Welcome to my second channel, which is the home of the subscriber-led expansion draft-only rebuild of the Kansas City Reign here on 2K26, the team name picked by the subscribers who voted in the introductory episode of my main channel expansion draft-only rebuild of the Las Vegas Venom. Here on this channel, I will be posting gameplay unedited and with 2K commentary of the Kansas City Reign. But if you're a fan of more edited and voiced over videos, that is what will be happening on my main channel with the Las Vegas Venom rebuild, which will be linked in the description below this and all Kansas City Reign videos. If you would like to get involved in the managing process for the Kansas City Reign, you'll need to check out the posts tab of this channel's home page. That is where I will be posting Google Forms that will allow you to vote for key moments throughout the franchise, who to draft, who to trade, and who should get minutes for your team. So hitting the bell notification so you're notified when those posts go up will go a long way towards you being able to vote in these 24-hour voting windows for each voting opportunity. With that said, let's go ahead and kick off the Kansas City Reign gameplay. Here we go.
Light a fire when necessary, and sometimes, Kev, it's necessary.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, Miles McBride out there with Keontae George. Then there's Filipowski. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Porzingis in at the 5.
Boy, in the lane, making things happen. Nice effort.
Back to Quickly. Out to the wing. Stolen by Markkanen. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's Filipowski, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now, here's Sexton. He had 15 points last out, and that one's good. Quickly.
A great pass, and Quickly makes great use of it.
George against Quickly. Porzingis with a screen on Quickly. George, no good. Kansas City has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And Duran slams it in.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now, here's Markkanen. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Sensabaugh. Coming off a solid outing against Washington. 4 on the clock. Filipowski grabs the board.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical, easy finish for KP.
Sexton kicks to Quickly. Pass to Sensabaugh. Duran with a screen on Markkanen. To the paint. And Duran slams it in.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
McBride passes to Markkanen. To the middle. It's deflected. It's stolen by Duran. Here's Sensabaugh. He's guarded by Markkanen. George against Quickly. Jovic passes to Sexton. There's for three. Porzingis with the rebound. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. They trail by one. Last time they met was in Utah.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
They were forced into tons of sloppy play, and I think they'll be looking to be more composed tonight.
Here's Sensabaugh. Still yet to score. They get the rebound. Here's Jovic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Jazz have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. George passes to Porzingis. His three-pointers off the mark.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And Duran slams it in.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Here's Sensabaugh. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Now, here's George. The Jazz with another miss.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
Here's Jovic, defended by Filipowski. Sexton for three. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Defenders going at Colin Sexton should be mindful of his prowess in the paint, Greg. He's pretty tricky.
That's right, Kevin. We tend to think of guards like Sexton as perimeter pests, but Collins a real plus when he's in close. Let him slip by you, and it's a deuce.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
And Kansas City decides to take their first timeout here. And Kansas City making a change here. Dragic is checked in. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for him.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Now, here's Quickly. 6 points for him. Right side, Dragic. Over McBride. That misses off the backboard. Jazz have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Stolen away. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, Kevin. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, "When someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri." Back over to you.
Ooh, that's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Dragic against Markkanen. Down low. Here's Jovic. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Pass to McBride. Another miss by Utah. Kansas City leading by 4. Here's Jovic, defended by Filipowski. Here's Sensabaugh. Quickly looking it over. And it's sent back by George. And that's out of bounds. Kansas City will retain possession. A different look for Utah. Williams comes in for Markkanen. And it's Collier in for Miles McBride. Here's Vucevic. Sinks the triple. And Kansas City leads by 7.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
George against Quickly. Shot's good by Filipowski.
Boy, when he's not beating you with the shot, George can absolutely beat you with the pass.
Pass to Quickly. Vucevic is screen on George. And here's Quickly for three.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Collier, Quickly covering. 5 on the clock. Here's the screen. The three-pointer, no good. Kansas City leading by 5. Dragic finds Vucevic. Back to Dragic. Rebound, Utah. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Porzingis with a screen on Dragic. Here's Collier. He's coming off a 19-point game against Sacramento. Pass to Christie. And here is Quickly. From outside the arc, Porzingis with the rebound. Jazz trail by 7. Here's Collier. No scoring in this one. Pass to Filipowski. Porzingis sets the pick for Williams. Another miss by Utah. Kansas City leading by 7. To the inside. Here's Vucevic. Porzingis with the block.
Oh, that is a big-time block from KP. How about that rim protection?
Out left to the wing. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Dragic the pass to Vucevic. Quickly kicks to Dragic. Pass to Robinson. Offline with his 3. Jazz trail by 5. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Williams, that's a 2-pointer. Bounce pass, Porzingis. Nice ball movement by Utah. And it's Collier missing. Now here's Dragic. A 3 from Quickly. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Jalen Duren has been leading the charge for Kansas City. He notched 8 points. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen, guys, from Kansas City.
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
They've got Seth Curry. Duncan Robinson out there with Christie. And it's Vucevic. And it's Dragic in at the shooting guard. And it's Collier missing. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for Kansas City. Leading by 5. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. They've got Jones. Williams is out there with Collier. And it's Hendricks in at the 4 spot. Kansas City leading by 5. And the foul called on Isaiah Collier. That's his first foul. Drews checked in for Jones.
Now into the lineup for the Jazz, number 15, Lenny Drew.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Pass to Christie. tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Kansas City will retain possession. And now look at the upcoming schedule for the Jazz. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for that matchup with the Blazers, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
And the Jazz making a change here. Anderson's checked in.
The lead pass is on the money. Make it so easy for your teammate.
Dragic looking it over. Pass to Robinson. Dragic left side. Drops in the layup for 2. And Kansas City leads by 5.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Hendricks. Vucevic defending. Hendricks passes to Collier. Anderson a screen on Dragic. Down low. And Anderson gets it to go. Anderson's got his first points in this one.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Dragic. Here's Christie. Here's the 3. A rebound by the Jazz. Collier's got 4 rebounds in this game. Hendricks, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Vucevic down low. Tries from 7. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Pass to Collier. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Williams, that's a 2-pointer. A miss that time. Would have put him up. For Kansas City, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Robinson passes to Christie. Pass to Vucevic. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
That is the size and power coming into play right there. Vucevic excels at using his physical advantages to capitalize.
And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top floor generals of all time. The guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow, if we're talking traditional point guards, I mean, I gotta go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
So both teams changing it up here. And here we have the 2K leaderboard showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Well, contests the shot, rips down the rebound. That is a complete defensive possession.
Markkanen can't get it to go. For Kansas City, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Sexton the pass to Christie. Markkanen pulls it in.
Boy, that is tough defense. Exactly how you want to play him.
Pass to Porzingis. Now here's Markkanen. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And here is Curry. Here's Sexton. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. And the shot is long.
Oh, my goodness. Those chippies, you come to regret those. That is a good look, and you can't complete it.
Outside, Markkanen. Pass to McBride. Latrey. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Now Christie. Now here's Sexton. Headed by Porzingis. Curry a screen on Porzingis. Here's Sexton. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Here's McBride, defended by Sexton. Picked off in midair. Here's Christie. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And Kansas City leads by 2. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Kansas City.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
You've also got to love the way they've been crashing the offensive glass. Multiple opportunities, not giving up on possessions. Beautiful.
The Jazz making a switch here. George is checked in. And so Curry will bring it up for Kansas City. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Now, here's Sexton. Hasn't made one yet. It's good. Now it's a 4-point Kansas City lead.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
George dishes to Markkanen. McBride passes to George. 6 to shoot. That shot misses. AT that time from Curry. Kansas City leading by 4. And Sexton has it in the corner. Defended by Filipowski. Filipowski grabs the board. Jazz have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Pass to Markkanen. Fade away, and it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Markkanen. And that's now 6 points for Porzingis. Now Christie. He had 13 points in the win against Washington, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Utah. They're still struggling, trying to string something together, getting a lot of wins. The competition, though, so tough. Quickly against George. McBride with the ball. 14 points from him the last game against Sacramento.
And he was aggressive in how he played on the defensive side of the floor, notching 3 steals on the game.
That those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
And so Kansas City now. Duran with a screen on Markkanen. 6 on the shot clock.
Well, tremendous job by Markkanen defensively. Use your size to make it tough on that offensive player.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Doris, you mentioned that you value the way Porzingis is able to neutralize shot blockers.
There is value to a big who can step away into the three-point line and stretch your defense to a place you are uncomfortable with. And then on the other end of the floor, this guy provides elite rim protection and rebounding. You have to respect the two-way ability of Kristaps Porzingis.
And a quick review, looking at some numbers here for George. He's getting around 16 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's been nothing short of fantastic during that stretch. Offense coming very easily for him.
And so much of it, to me, is his ability to read the floor, make the right decision, and then go right after the action he wants.
That puts them in the lead. Porzingis has got the lead up to 3 now for the Jazz.
Well, in the modern NBA, a big that can shoot with range, so important. Kristaps Porzingis from 3.
Buries the long-range jumper.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Now, here is George. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to McBride. Porzingis with a screen on Sexton. McBride's shot is off.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Kansas City shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. 1:25 left in the first half. Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Here's McBride. 10 points for him. Clock at 4. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
Boy, the man from Finland is very confident in that jumper. Markkanen, no doubt.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Back to Quickly. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. Jazz shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Porzingis is doubled. Now, Filipowski. Porzingis with a screen on Sexton. McBride's shot is off. Kansas City has gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Sensabaugh, no good. Over in the corner, McBride. On the wing, Markkanen. On the wing, Markkanen. The shot's good on the assist by George. Markkanen's got 9 points now in the quarter. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. It's the Jazz up 4. And join it, Emmanuel quickly out there with Sexton. Then there's Jalen Duren. And it's Sensabaugh in at the threesome. Here's McBride, and he converts the layup. McBride's got the first basket of the second half here for Utah.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And for the Jazz, Filipowski's out there with Porzingis. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's George in at the point. And for Kansas City, they've got Colin Sexton. Also Emmanuel quickly out there. And it's Jovic in at the 4. Just 5 to shoot. Porzingis sets the pick for Markkanen. A three-pointer off the mark. Kansas City trails by 6. Jovic passes to Quickly. Here's Sensabaugh. He's guarded by Markkanen. Stolen by Markkanen. It's George on the wing. Porzingis inside. Defended by Duren. Porzingis can't hit. And Kansas City shooting just 34% from the floor. Sexton finds Quickly. And a miss there on the triple.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Jovic passes to Quickly. Duren sets the screen for Quickly. Utah with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
Third straight miss to start the half. Ouch.
Pass to McBride. Filipowski the bounce pass. Top of the key, Porzingis. Now McBride. Defended by Sexton. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Duren. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And guys, don't think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Corralling defensive rebounds, such a critical aspect of your defense. Nice work.
Pass to Quickly. Here's Jovic. Trying to end the drought. Now Duren. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
Wow, another empty possession out of the gates. 0 for 4 in this half. Brutal.
That one good for 2. Filipowski's got the lead up to 10 now for the Jazz.
You know, on defense, I think you need one of the big guys to help you out in that instance.
Sexton kicks to Quickly. There's a screen. Pass to Sensabaugh. Just 4 to shoot. Duren with a screen on Markkanen. And Kansas City misses again.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
And now, Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Hey, there's a lot to consider with NBA expansion, and Commissioner Silver said, quote, "What does that mean for talent? I feel great about where the talent is right now in the league, but those players have to come from somewhere. How does it work geographically? What will it mean for growing the game?" These are all good questions. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, as always, we appreciate the update. Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. Let's take a look now at some of the most explosive players in the NBA lately. The highest scoring small forwards of the past month. Fifth is Lauri Markkanen.
A lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position, and you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
Boy, that's putting it mildly. The offensive firepower they're packing is superb, and their talent runs the gamut. They can hurt you inside, long range, anywhere in between. They're all just too tough to stop.
Duren, and he can't stop the run as he misses.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, we know that when Kristaps Porzingis is in rhythm, he can string together a stretch of play where he is sustaining an offense.
Now, here's Sexton. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. And here's quickly for three. Filipowski grabs the board. Filipowski's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Duren. And that one comes up a bit short.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
The shot by Filipowski, no good.
Well, stay attached, affect the quality of the shot. That is excellent interior defense. After hitting a couple of threes in the first half, he hasn't had much going from distance.
Now, here is George. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Filipowski passes to McBride. Rebounded by Kansas City.
Oh, that's a chippy. Point-blank range. He'd like that one back.
It's tipped. Looking to end the run. No good on that one. Nice D from Porzingis. Filipowski passes to George. Now here's Porzingis. Over in the corner, McBride. And it's off from three-point range. Kansas City trails by 16. Sexton for 3. Rebound, Utah. Porzingis
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
McBride passes to Porzingis. George up top. Quickly covering. Here's Markkanen. The 19-footer is on the money. Markkanen's got 11.
I love this shot from Markkanen, right? The mid-range game is there as well. I know he can shoot it from deep, but sometimes you got to get to the in-between spots.
The Jazz making a switch here. Hendricks is checked in. Here's Dragic. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. They're in high post. Pass to Sensabaugh. Duren with a screen on Markkanen. 4 on the shot clock. The high post shot. It's hauled in by George.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
Now here's Markkanen. Back to George. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Back to Curry. Nice ball movement by Kansas City. To the right side. Now here's Dragic. Defended by McBride.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. Hendricks
passes to McBride. Curry against George. Shoots over Curry, and there's another one for the Jazz.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And the Jazz pushing it up now. And there's the drive. Back to Filipowski. That one drops for him. Filipowski's got 8.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Dragic. It's good.
And with a merciful bucket, he snaps a terrific run by Utah.
And so George will bring it up for Utah. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Filipowski finds George. And here is Markkanen. Outside, George misses the jumper.
Boy, these are the shots you have to make. If you don't capitalize, you are letting the defense off the hook.
Now here's Dragic. Defense is right there. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Nikola Vucevic.
I'm really not too surprised to see the rebounding numbers trail off a bit. He's a veteran player getting up there in years, and what comes with that is some changes to physicality and intentional adjustments to playing style. Even though his rebounding output has declined, that veteran presence and basketball IQ continue to grow.
And the call will be on Keontae George.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Substitution on the court.
There's a minute 47 left in the third. Steps back. 4 on the clock. Dragic dishes to Robinson. Over Hendricks. And Kansas City misses again.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Pass to Collier. Outside Williams. To the wing on the left. From about 16. And it's Collier missing. And Kansas City shooting just 28%. They are offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. Here's Dragic. He gets that one.
Boy, easy pickings from that distance. More of that, please.
Utah leading by 20. Pass to Porzingis. They could use a bucket. And too long on the shot. And it's Kansas City's ball. Here's Dragic. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Dragic has got 6.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Porzingis. Hits the jump hook. And the Jazz lead by 20.
Boy, for the most part, when they have gone through him, he has delivered.
Outside Dragic. Fires the 3. Robinson for 3. And so it's the Utah Jazz closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been active and 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an easy.
Hey guys, Fiend here at the end of the episode. A couple of things. First off, I don't know why we had Robinson and Seth Curry playing in this game. It couldn't have been because of injury, because that would have ruined my rotation entirely. But whatever it is, I'll fix it so that they're not playing in future episodes. And the second thing is that I got to be honest, that was probably the worst game I've watched on 2K. Couldn't even reach 50 points by the end of the third quarter. So I don't know how many more Venom episodes there will be, but I'm probably only having one more Rain episode for the rest of the season because that's a really tough watch. And it seems like your team's going to be in line for a top pick, or at least the top odds for a top pick in the league based on how you're simming. So I'm sorry for those who want to see this team play more, but geez, that was a tough watch. A lot of players with terrible shooting in this game, and just, it was a pretty low score in the game against the Venom as well for y'all, and this was just much, much worse. And if you're doing this against the worst teams in the league, I just think it's pretty clear where the year 2 Reigns stand, and that's that they just need to let guys like Rock Dragic develop and get more talent on the team because this is pretty bad. However, I will be, of course, putting another form up sometime in the next few days once we get to around the midseason from the Venom side of things, which will ask who you want to trade from this team. So be on the lookout for that. But that's it for what I wanted to say here at the tail end of this video.